Welcome back to Mommy's channel. And don't forget to subscribe. She's getting ready to do a video. And me and Daddy was going to be on the team. Don't forget to subscribe.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, we will be talking about qualities to look for when choosing a mate, our partner, our spouse. Today I have James here. This is my daughter's dad, everyone, that I sometimes talk about. We're going to be discussing together what qualities someone should look for when they're seeking to date, be in a relationship, or marry anyone. So we're going to get into that. I first would like to start by saying, first and foremost, when you are trying to date someone, marry them, whatever, you first need to know yourself, have yourself in order, and know knowledge of self, and love yourself that way.
Or business partner too, because in a business partnership, you're looking for the same qualities.
Yeah, so it could be any. That's why I said partner, because a partner could be all the above. But when you're looking at that, you first want to make sure that you have yourself together, right?
Yes. You want to have knowledge of self first. You want to be. You want to be what you project. I was just thinking about this before the video. An elephant would never entertain the idea of doing business with a snake because it's too different.
Yeah,
exactly. So with the same thing is you want to know yourself, what you want to project. Like for me personally, health, education, and business is very important to me. So that's what I want to project. And I took a lot of time to work into invest into myself to project those qualities that I just mentioned. And then once you do that, then the universe is going to help you maneuver like-minded individuals towards your way. And from there you could choose, like, okay, is this person, throughout times, that's why it's important to, for example, when you and I first met, I wanted us to start a business together. Because a business takes about 3, 5, 7 years to be successful. Mm-hmm. So throughout that time, we will get to know each other. Or he's hardworking, he's consistent, he's patient, or vice versa. So
she's a procrastinator because I am.
That's how you figure. Yeah, that's how you figure things out.
Yeah.
So it's important to give yourself enough room to observe each other's behavior. Is this person hardworking, or they gonna? When challenges arise, you always blame me sometimes when challenges arise. I don't
guys. That's a good one. Please make sure you pick someone.
That's your opinion, but
it's true.
So you want to project what you want, and you want to make sure that what you want is very it's not superficial. It has nothing to do with money, because that stuff comes and go. Mm-hmm. You want to base things on happiness, not so much communication, understanding, because two people can communicate all day, but if there's no understanding there, there's nothing you're going to accomplish. So basically, you want to project what you want in life, whether it's emotional stability, financial stability, education. Mm-hmm. So you want to project that.
I would like to add, just while it's fresh in my mind, because he mentioned something that I always tell him, hey, you don't know how to support someone when times get hard. That's a quality you want to look for when you're trying to date, have a partner, or whatever, because if they can't be there when times get tough, then they definitely don't need to be there when things are good for you. So you want to look at that. You also want to make sure that you, he already kind of basically said, but that you can see qualities that you have in someone else. You don't have to be similar. I mean, you don't have to be just alike, but just similar qualities. Like, I'm not fit, but he's fit. So if he were to look for someone, he will most likely try to look for someone that's fit or don't mind becoming fit and healthy. Or if you're into education, someone that's a teacher, just things like that. If you're into credit, someone that's into credit, or whatever it is it needs to be, you want to make sure you can almost kind of see that, like, okay, we're kind of similar. I can dig that, and we can see where this can go. You want to be mindful of that.
At least we can have a conversation regarding those key bases, whether it's health, education, happiness, so on and so forth. Those are stable qualities in life that always need to be evolved and always talked about over and over again to make it better.
You want to make sure that they are stable mentally, spiritually, and financially. And you want to tell them why that is important?
It's those things are important because, for example, if someone are having difficulty managing their finances, and you get in a business partnership with this person or a personal relationship, eventually that's going to become your problem because it takes, a lot of people don't want to admit it. In life, everything in life is partnership. Even between a parent and a child relationship is partnership. The child do their part and the parents do their part. And if one party is not doing their part, it's not going to work. That's why a lot of time you see parents and children or child having a misunderstanding, or a business partner. Like me, I've had business partner that wasn't financially responsible like I am. So a lot of time when clients, it's like mismanagement of financially because my problem, not their problem because my problem. Because for me, financially, I'm responsible, but because they're my business partner, now they're irresponsible financially becomes my problem because we're in a business partnership. That's why you want to make sure that even if you're married, if someone have gambling problem, that gambling problem is going to become yours.
Yeah,
because
drinking problem.
It's going to become yours. If they have emotional problems, if they father, their parents, whatever life trauma that person had, you want to make sure that they have a healthy steps that they taking care, they managing it and then taking care of it. So that
right, working out.
So it won't project on you. Exactly.
Therapy.
Like for me, it's like now we have a child together. If I'm not eating healthy, something happened to me. Now that leaves your responsibility.
You just have to go there, huh?
No, I mean,
you always bring that up.
That's one of the examples. Like if I'm not responsible financially, and if something happened, that's gonna leave you in the bondage, and so on and so forth. So that's why you wanna.
So look for someone that's responsible on all levels. Because some levels I am responsible, and then a lot of levels I'm not responsible. So I too need to get that together. You also want to make sure that you look for someone that is. They always say this, but I think it's kind of true. That treat people with kindness, or that treats their parents right, because they always say, "Oh, if the guy, however he treats his mom, is how he's going to treat you." I think that's somewhat true. Yes, that is, because yes, that is. I'm not going to get too personal. That is somewhat true.
No,
not all the time. I said somewhat.
Okay.
Somewhat, because how you interact with your mom is sometimes how you interact with me.
What was that person mother taught growing up? That's always what it leads back to.
But that's not the point. My point is, most people treat you how they treat. Most guys treat women how they treat their mom. Most of them. And so I'm just saying they want to look at that too, or just interaction with people in general,
in a way,
or with the opposite sex. If he see how he talked to other females, see how she talked to other men. You want to see how they interact. That's basically what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah,
and I do think it's true, because how you talk to your mom or how you treat her is sometimes, not saying it's negative how you treat me or anything, but I can see some truth in that.
I just hold everybody accountable for their actions.
Except yours.
I don't take excuse. What do you mean? I'm always taking accountability. I look at myself first when things don't go right.
Okay. You also want to make sure that they have integrity, principles, morals, values, all that, a good foundation, because that sets the relationship right on a successful, how would you say, platform?
Repeat that again.
I said you want to make sure that someone has integrity, principles, morals, and values, because that sets the relationship on a good foundation. Exactly,
because if someone, like for example, even back again to personal relationship and business, in a business partnership, if my partner is not honest.
But James, don't use business partnership. We're talking about relationships right now.
Oh, same thing. If I'm a fitness, I'm a health coach. If I'm not honest with my clients as a health coach, if I'm stealing their money, that's going to get back to you somehow, some way, because a lot of people don't like their money being taken from them. So if they're looking to harm me, they can't get to me.
They can get back to their mate or something.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying. But most important, with having those morals and values, you're able to better understand that person. Like for me, I wouldn't want someone that's a Christian or a coon. I ain't got time for it. Unless they're willing to unlearn and relearn, I don't care how much I like you. I don't care how much you're beautiful, what you got going on. I can't really, although I've heard some relationships, like they have different, they're still married. One is probably Muslim, one's a Christian. I've heard that happen, but for me, it's just like, I can't do it. You want to make sure you guys have an equal understanding.
In that particular situation, I can see if something like that working when you're not when you're not solely basing all your decision of
Off
your
of that
relationship of
Okay.
being a Christian or a Muslim. You're not basing it on that. You're basing it on. And also, too, another thing that I want to mention is that when in a relationship, you want to stay away from words like right or wrong, and those two words, because the word right or wrong can be subjective. What's right to me might be wrong to me. What's wrong to you might be right to me. So you want to.
And that happens a lot between me and him.
So you want to use the word healthy, responsible, and we all know the universal meaning for healthy and responsible. And so you and also so you want to empower the person that you are.
So look for someone who's uplifting.
Also, someone that's coachable. That's a very key word. Someone that's coachable.
Right.
In the beginning, she wasn't coachable, but now she's starting to be more coachable, and now she's making a lot of great progress in her life.
How was I not coachable?
You have to listen and be patient to be
so
coachable.
I don't listen.
You still don't listen to you. I mean, you listen.
I mean, it depends because I am
You got way better. You got way better. I'm gonna be honest. And you say I don't compliment you enough. You put this on record. You got way better.
But I'm just saying, like, yeah, I don't listen. It depends on what it is because I think for myself, and if I feel that I should do something or if I've done something, that's just what it's gonna be. I'm not a puppet. I'm a person that speaks my mind and think I am.
You hear what she says? She said, "Feel."
Or if I want, I feel that's the best decision.
Not no factual thing. A lot of times we can't go by our feelings. We have to understand that.
Yeah, you do. You have to go with what the Spirit is telling you to do. Yes, that is. It is true.
But also, too, that's in a selfish way to make a decision. See, I want to touch on something, too. Like,
this is about to turn into something. Go ahead, James.
No, like, for example, now that we have a daughter together, so on and so forth, before I make a decision, I have to think about how's that going to affect you, positive or negative.
You don't think about it enough. Because I feel that sometimes although I do like our co-parenting relationship, it could be a little better. But you're not as, I guess the last week or two, I have noticed that, like, you've been trying to improve the last week or two.
I mean, but see, the thing is that it's all about improvement. Like, for me, I'm like this. If coaching someone comes with that person,
we're not coaching. We're not talking about coaching someone. We're talking about relating. So how are you gonna relate it to that? We're talking about picking great qualities.
Like I just mentioned, being coachable.
Okay, so why is it important for someone to be coachable?
Because it gives room for evolution. Key word. It gives room for evolution. It has to evolve. Everything has to evolve.
Do you think you're coachable? Because the advice that I give, I actually preach it, or I'm getting better at it. Do you personally think that you're coachable? You can't throw at stuff that you know you ain't coachable on.
I've been playing basketball for over 30 years in my life.
We're not talking about basketball.
But see, you have to.
Do you think you're coachable? We're talking about relationship. Do you think you're coachable in a relationship?
You're not. If I'm coachable in basketball, that means I'm coachable in life. Period.
James,
right?
No, you're not coachable in a relationship.
But the person that wants me to be coachable, they have to be qualified for me to. You see, once again, you don't understand that. And
qualified for you to be what, James?
Qualified for me to really understand what they're trying to.
So, at what point do you feel that they're qualified? Before you sleep with them or after?
Say that again.
At what point do you think that this person is qualified? Before you sleep with them or after?
It could be either or.
Because I'm telling you,
it could be either or.
That
just
you're
because
not
you're sleeping with somebody, it doesn't mean that
you should be qualified. Well, you shouldn't have been sleeping with them if they ain't qualified. There was some criticism for you.
Say that again.
No, James, you shouldn't be sleeping with someone if they are not qualified to.
How do we get into this subject period?
Because I'm trying to tell you. Because I'm trying to tell you that you're not coachable. You said that a good quality for them. Y'all, I'm sorry, this is turning to something else. But you said a good quality for them is to be coachable. And I asked you, are you giving advice that you will be practicing because you're not coachable?
Listen, I'm 12.
So I'm basically putting you on a.
I'm 12 years experience in life than you. What I mean, what can you coach me about in life, Destiny?
Really?
I'm listening.
ladies, when you pick a guy, make sure that he's emotionally stable to where like he knows how to use his emotions. That he's not too hardcore to where he can't express or be supportive. And sometimes where he's too hardcore, where he just don't know how to react to certain situations. That is important because the reason why I bring it up because James, you're not coachable. You do a lot of stuff that it's just like, come on, James, can you be a little more emotional and understand where I'm coming from? You don't cater to.
The question is,
you're not coachable because I didn't try.
Are you deserving of what you're asking? Also, that's another question.
Well, at the time when we were together, when I was asking you that, I felt. I mean, I could have done better.
There we go.
It doesn't matter, but obviously we were still together. So at that time when we were together, you still should have been listening to me when I said certain things, James.
But everything happened in life because of motivation.
At that point, James, you still need
motivation.
I don't think you really was ever that too much coachable because you're a strong-minded person and I'm strong-minded. So we like.
Listen, you see. Once again, people don't pay attention to sign. How I'm not coachable. When I met you, I wasn't living with no children, so that means I had to coach myself to be able to put myself in your environment to be able to feed in and mold in.
I'm talking about being coachable in a relationship.
But once I just gave you 2 examples how I'm coachable. I've been playing basketball for 30 years. And once again, when I met you, I didn't have no responsibility as a child. So I had to mold myself, coach myself to fit myself into your environment.
I said relationship, not parent.
Once again, where's the motivation for me to respond to what you're asking me about?
It was motivation there. You're just not coachable.
I just gave you 2 examples of how I'm coachable.
You want to make sure that they don't steal, that they don't lie, and that they don't cheat on you. A lie is a good one, because if I give a little example, I had lied to James. It's not funny. Let me be mature. I had lied to him about an occasion when we were dating. Well, no, we were just talking, and I decided to be honest. But I guess even though I was honest, it still wasn't good enough for him. And so it's good to be honest from the beginning. You want to pick someone that is honest. That if you think there's something ain't adding up. Investigate. If you don't like it, get out because most likely they're lying or it's just your relationship will be built off of lies. So yeah, no lying, no cheating, no stealing. If he's getting your credit card, she getting your credit card, maxing it out or putting stuff in your name. You want to pay attention to that. Don't be so thirsty for a relationship to where you can't sit back and observe the whole thing because when you rush, you just make bad decisions. But if you take your time, eventually over time, you will see like, okay, this person isn't coachable. Okay, so y'all can't get married, or this person is a procrastinator. Just whatever it is, you want to take your time to better assess the whole thing. That way, when you do finally commit, right, that it'll be good. It should be good.
And also too, like after you commit, the work don't stop. That's what a lot of people don't understand.
It doesn't.
That's why a lot of relationship fails. A lot of people think that once we get our DBA, our LLC for business, or once we get that marriage license, or we had our honeymoon, like, ooh, that's it. I'm gonna keep my feet up.
Oh, and look and see if they're lazy. You can kind of already tell.
Hell yeah, you can tell.
You can kind of. I don't like cuss words on my channel.
Okay, so
you can kind of tell. Well, they want a cuss word, but no. I can kind of. You can kind of tell if someone lazy or not. Yep. Now, there's different types of ladies. There's different types of lazy because I do consider myself lazy, but I'm like a productive lazy, and I need to get better. That's how I see it as because it's some people that's lazy, and then it's just different levels. But you want to make sure that you look at everything because what
level are you? On a scale of 1 to 5.
I just said I'm a productive lazy.
No, okay, so
I could be way better, but
next time we're gonna bring a lazy ruler out to see where we stand on the
I'm about like out of a 5 in eyes, I'm about like a 2. I'm not that lazy. Productive lazy. I am lazy, but I am still productive. I say that because I still try to homeschool my kids. I'm still in school. I'm trying to do this YouTube. I got some other things happening. So that's why I say I'm productive lazy. because I'm lazy, but and procrastinate, but I'm still trying to do things. That's why. Okay, but you want to make sure you look at everything. You just want to make sure that everything is 100%. That you know that you don't have to question anything. Make sure that they have a good heart. That they're not talking about people. They're not just stealing. They're not gangbanging. You want to just look at everything. And you want to make sure that you do your part. That way, when you already looking for this person, you fully prepared. Make sure that you know their family. I forgot to look at that. Look at their whole family. Because see, that lets you know if they qualify. Because most likely, you look at mommy and daddy and auntie and uncle and them, you know, like, don't really want to be around that type of. And I didn't do that at all. But you don't want to. I'm just telling y'all from experience. That's not what you don't want to do. That's something you don't want to do. You don't want to just be picking someone and then you get married into this family or whatever. Now you got to deal with them. I know a couple of people who don't like their spouse's mother. And it's just like, okay, well, you should have looked at all that. But I don't know. Just take your time and do what's best for you.
Also, too, don't focus so much on what the person, you know, could do for you. Also, focus on how that person can motivate you to become the better you. Like, for example, when I met you, I know that, you know, you didn't have much knowledge in business, and I believe that you could have been a better mother, and I wanted you to be a homeowner. So I wanted to improve. I wanted to improve your life on those aspects. And, you know, not to want anything personally back, anything like that. I just think, you know, when I'm in someone's life, their life has got to be better because I'm in it. And vice versa also.
I will admit I wasn't as good. I still not a good parent. But what that got to do, James?
You know, it's a lot of time we focus on, oh, what can that person do for me? Or can that person... We have to focus on what can I... The same way I'm looking at what that person can offer my life, I have to question myself. What can I do to help uplift that person's life also? It's not a one-way street, basically. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. A lot of times it's a one-way street. I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of marriages that I observe, a lot of relationships that I observe, I'm going to say more than 90% of the time, the women taking advantage of the man or the man taking advantage of the woman.
Yeah, people trying to take advantage.
That's not a relationship.
You want to make sure that you can... whether y'all dating or whether that y'all both y'all understand each other. Y'all can meet each other in the middle. There's nothing wrong with helping out one another. You want to make sure that they got good credit score. Because you may want to...
That's going to become your problem.
But so I know that. You may want to start something and you can't because their credit and your credit bad. You want to just look at everything.
Like once again, back to same example. What? When I purchased the car in 2016, when our daughter was being born, I thought I needed her as a co-signer to get the vehicle.
You didn't because his credit score is way higher than mine.
When I went to the dealership, they're like, nah, you don't need her. If anything, she's going to bring your credit score down. Yeah. And they said that right in front of you.
I don't remember that part. Anyway, he right, his credit score is way higher than mine, but I'm getting there.
But see that? I don't discriminate against that. I'm working with you. I want yours to be better than mine. Yeah. Not just what you see, that's what I'm saying about it's not always a one-way street. You also want to have your best interest at heart on everything, whether you're... I'm not going to say, I'm not going to talk to her. Credit scores are like 400. Mine is 7 something. No.
My credit score is not 400.
No, I'm giving an example. I'm giving an example.
Okay.
It's an example. That's all. So, you know, we're just not always about, what can you do for me? No. Let me...
Really is how y'all can work together. You want a partner that y'all should be able to do everything together. Business, parents... travel the world, just everything together without any too much confusion or disagreement because y'all should be like-minded, similar, and have those same morals and values and just know what y'all want out of life. That's really what it's about. And it takes growth. Get someone that you know that's not going to be stuck. Like they too coonish, they stuck in their own ways where they're not able to think.
Lazy, they don't want to learn. That's what I noticed. People are just lazy. People don't want to learn.
When I first met James, he would tell me, I don't know if y'all actually pay attention to my videos, but I told y'all 2 people kind of like gave me information. But before Ms. Shabaka would say certain things, James would say certain things, but I didn't like really take it serious. I don't know if it's because we were dating or he was just telling me. But you want to make sure that you get someone that can teach you something. And he said something, and I can't teach him. I can teach him how to have a little more humanity. Because I'm the nice one and he's not. So he's saying, what can he be taught to be a little more nice to people and not so. That's what I could teach you.
You told me some things.
Yeah, but I just want to add that in there because you want to be able to teach each other, whether it's a little or a lot, and it goes a long way. Hopefully we didn't get too off track. That's why sometimes you can't interview. We get off.
No, I mean everything is connected.
Yeah.
That's what people don't understand. Everything is connected. If you have knowledge of stuff, if you know about life, everything is connected.
Yeah, and so before I end the video, just to recap, because I know who's all over the place, please get someone that knows themselves first, that's willing to learn and grow, that has ambition, that got that zeal, that is willing to unlearn and relearn, because there's going to be some things you agree with and they don't agree with. You want to make sure that they got good credit score. Oh, we forgot to talk about the language, how someone talks. That's the qualification, because someone can't step to me. I've already said it before in videos and use certain slang on me. I don't even like people cussing at me. So you just gotta be
once again
set those standards.
And to set those standards, you have to project that.
You know I don't want to.
Not you in particular. I'm talking about in general.
Yeah.
Not you in particular. In general, that individual have to project that.
How they dress, it should be something to be considered, because that will let you know, okay, they're not stylish enough.
Like normally I don't dress like this, but if I dress like this, I'm giving someone a business card or I'm trying to sell you a cell phone, whatever the case may be.
Or it's the end of
there's a good chance you might stop because the way I'm presenting myself.
Yeah.
But if I got a white beater, got a stain on it, it's not organized, it's not tucked in, you're gonna look at me a little different. Like, nah, I'm good. I don't want to talk to you because of, it's.
Just pick someone that know how to think. That had good upbringing. Like, I always remember, and I do use this a lot, but my dad always taught me, when you're going somewhere, just dress presentable to where you're going. If it's a court, dress presentable. If you're going to a wedding, just act like you got some sense. Pick somebody that act like that knows they got some sense. You just want to consider everything. If you're a vegan and you date someone that got meat, know that there's a possibility if they're not,
Someone that eats meat.
Yeah, someone that eats meat, that they got meat. Well, I mean, anyways, that eats meat, because they may not want to stop doing that. So you have to consider that. If they're not willing to unlearn and relearn, it's just pick someone you know who's for you. Some thugs are meant for other females. But it's some females for that and some hooligans for that.
We gotta have a little bit of thug in us.
Kind of, but not that thuggish type of, nah. Yeah. I would say it's thuggish, it's just the black side come out.
You got thuggish with the social workers, let them know that they're not going to take advantage of it.
I wouldn't say I got thuggish, I just got...
stood up for yourself.
Yeah,
that
thuggish is standing up.
That could defy it.
And make sure you got somebody that ain't a punk. I forgot to say that. They need to be able to stand up for themselves, because sometimes the guy can't speak up for you. So women have that backbone. Or sometimes the women is so bad at the mouth that they can cut somebody with their mouth. The husband or the boyfriend, whatever, they don't even have to step in. So make sure you know someone that can defend you. And you can defend yourself, but if it comes down to it, as you guys can probably tell, I know I'm not fit and all, but I like men that are like, they got to be fit. They got to be able to protect me if I need to be protected. Like, just different things that you look at, all qualifications, okay? So.
Also, too, you desiring someone to have the ability to protect you, you should already have the ability to protect yourself.
I said that.
Just making an example.
And it can go both ways, because the guy could probably protect the girl physically, but the girl can probably take the guy in another way, like with law, like or with their words, or just standing up for them. There's different things how a woman it can be.
Two sets of eyes are better than one.
I know, but still, sometimes some people are not they're not fighters, or they're not like about that, and they can still protect their mate in another way.
Just watching a person back. That's a form of protection.
Well, I don't know, but just make sure you look at everything.
Like, you protect me when you tell me don't park in such and such parking. They might tow my car. That's a form of protection.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it could be a lot.
Like
but I can't think of the word. I was trying to say women can probably take. It's not spiritual. They can protect the man spiritually, but
that's a form
fighting
of
their
protection.
battles. I can't think of the word without fighting, but women know how to fight. They know how to stand up to people, to the system, and all that more. I feel than a man can, and that could be a form of protection for the females. That's what I was basically trying to say, because y'all know about my case and all that. When they was trying to involve a lot of people, and I was like, oh no, we're not gonna have all that. I'm sorry. So I'm not saying I'm no punk, and I'm not saying I'm not the best fighter, but just don't try me. I look all nice all you want, but don't test me. Don't ever underestimate anyone. My point is, but I'm not like no skilled trainer or nothing. So I know if the guy may be protecting me physically, I can protect him with the law and things like that. So just make sure,
I was just about saying.
Someone with wisdom always told me fair exchange is no robbery. What you can get,
well,
something back.
Something simple, like I just said, something simple like, hey, I think you should move your car so you won't get towed. That's a form of protection.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot more things than we didn't even mention because we didn't got sidetracked. But I still hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'll be doing more videos with him if he wants, because it took me 4 days to even have him come sit here and do this interview. But we could talk about other things together, why our relationship didn't work, how we co-parent together because he's from Haiti and I'm from California, United States. I wouldn't say overall we understand each other, but there's some things that he don't understand because he from Haiti. He grew up there, so there's a lot of things you want to consider.
It's not that I don't understand. It's just
like, why are you doing that?
Yeah, it's not tolerable.
Yeah,
we all know what those behavior leads to. Yeah, and we seen years of example of those behavior while we're still practicing those behavior. Even in the Haitian culture, but that's another video. They practice certain behaviors that don't lead to anything. Yeah. And that's why I don't practice those things. And
just be wise. Make sure, most importantly, don't get someone that's abusive. Whether it's spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, get out. I don't care what they offering, get out. It's not worth it, okay?
We got to do a video about that.
Yeah, I will be talking about that. It's just coming along, you guys. Bear with me. Thank you. I think tomorrow, oh my goodness, tomorrow will be my 30 days. It's officially 1 month doing YouTube. And so I thank you for everybody that made it this far. I won't be having a winner of the month. Well, I do. But it's my son because he's the only one who participated. And I kind of think he cheated, although he said he didn't. So he doesn't. He just wants food for his prize. So, but I was going to give out gifts. Yeah, he likes to eat. I was going to give out gifts, but I have no one to give it to, but maybe next month y'all participate a little more in Song of the Day, and I have a lot of gifts that I've been already buying over times to give out or cash, whatever it is. But please participate in Song of the Day, and I thank you guys for riding with me for these almost 30 days. It's been interesting. I learned a lot, and I'm just going to keep getting better as I go. So, any last words?
Last words. You just spend time by yourself to really get to know. Once again, we're talking about this different level of getting to know yourself. This level 1, level 2, level 3. So just spend more time by yourself. It's okay.
Actually,
spend more time by yourself. Yeah. Spend more time because too much distractions is like, yeah.
Pay attention to those signs, okay? Before you go on rushing in relationships, especially if you know you're not ready. That's really what this video is about. If I edit it and ain't up to my liking, I'll come back another day and actually go in detail. Probably by myself because I don't know. But thank you guys. Have a good day. There's no Song of the Day today, but it'll be back tomorrow. Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah.